What's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Director Chill Hills Homestead Zone 8A. In this video, we're going to be transplanting our peppers, our tomatoes, and some herbs into the garden. Let's do it. Psych. Alright, so it's April in Zone 8A. We have been growing these seedlings indoors under our purple light for the last little over a month. March 4th is when we planted all these seedlings. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little transplant into the pots. Now, first off, what we have here, I got a Roma tomato, I've got some banana peppers, I got one bell pepper. I got zebra tomatoes, H55, Golden Jubilee. Got some basil. Basil's looking really good right here. The parsley, I got one parsley growing, which I already have some parsley from last growing season. It actually stayed alive. We didn't get a really cold winter, so it stayed alive. Actually been cutting it up and putting it on fish dishes. But we're gonna grow some more this year. Got nasturtiums and oregano, which I don't have anything growing as of right now. So we're gonna transplant what we have, and then we're gonna plant some live seeds. Now, anytime you take any plant from indoors to outdoors, you have to let them get acclimated. Okay, so what I do is I take my indoor plants, my seedlings, out in my front yard where they only get afternoon sunlight, but maybe for only like an hour. I do that for like the first week. The reason why you want to do this is because if you don't acclimate your plants, it could be too hot, especially in these little pots. The soil can dry out too fast, and just naturally the sun is providing way more energy than you're getting from your grow lights. I mean, I don't care what kind of grow lights you're using inside, unless you're using like an HPS, which I mean no one uses these days. Okay, so get your plants acclimated. Okay, then after I do a week of that, I bring them out to the grow area and let them sit. So these seedlings have been sitting here for about 5 days now, just getting regular morning and afternoon light right here in the garden. And now we're going to transplant. Now when I transplant, something I like to use is this right here, called mycorrhizae. Okay, it's a root inoculant that's going to help the roots get established to the new pot. Okay, it's not a must, but I do like to use it. I ordered this on Amazon probably last grow season. As you see, I've got a lot left in the bag, so it's definitely worth it. I'm going to show you how we're going to use it. So I got my fresh pot here of my soil. This is the stuff that we dug up from our last year's, and I added some manure directly into it. I'm going to dig a little area here, as you can see, for my plant to go into, my seedling. Then I'm going to take my mycorrhizae and I'm going to sprinkle some into the hole. Now, I would advise you to wear gloves and to wear a mask when dealing with this stuff. I use it. When I use it, I'm pretty careful. But you see it's very dusty. You don't want to inhale this stuff. If you're doing this transplant inside, absolutely mask up. I prefer you do it outside, especially if you have allergies like me. Let's start with this pepper right here, since it's a solo. I don't have to split this one up. With these trays, I like to water them from the bottom, and the roots and the soil actually suck up the water that they need, so they stay nice and moist. Okay, so we're gonna grab this guy right here, squeeze it. Got a decent root ball here. It's not rounded, so they haven't been in here too long, so just around the right time. Now I did make a pretty big hole here, so what I'm gonna do is I'll push that in there. We'll make a little smaller hole. Okay, and just so I don't waste none of the good juju there, I'm gonna take some mycorrhizae. Boom, 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 boom. Hit it again. Plant. cover, you want to get a gentle push down. That's really just so that there's no air pockets, but you don't want to compress everything because then the roots are going to have to really fight to grow. I mean, some of this, like I said, this is from our compost, so I got some wood chips here at the top. It's not the most airiest of soil, but I did amend it with some big box manure and compost. All right, so we're going to do some more of these and then show you what to do next. I want to stop right here. Let's show you something. So a lot of times, you know, we will plant more than one seed just because you might not get 100% germination. I planted 3 seeds in this one. I got 3. I don't need 3 in one pot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to separate these roots here. Now, you can be, I won't say too crazy with it, but that's it. It doesn't take a ton. See, look at that. To get these roots to separate. Look at that. So now I got 3 different pepper plants that were in one little pot there. And yes, these roots, see, look at that. God made them that way. They can handle it. Okay? So I'm going to take that guy. Get a little sprinkle there. Again, plant like so. And boom. So with tomato plants, they actually will grow roots from the side of the stem. So you can plant these sideways or you can plant them deep. I prefer just to go deep. Now, also with tomato, basil is a good companion plant. Plants that grow really well together. People even say that the basil will make your tomatoes taste better. I've not proven that to be true. Hey, but I like the idea though, because I love basil. So this one is a 3. I could separate these in different pots, but because I have so many that are growing, and we use so much of it, I'm gonna plant these together, and then I'll just be coming in and topping. I mean, every time I cook a dish, which pretty much every day, I'm taking a piece of basil out of the garden here. And again, hit it with my micro. Just sprinkle there. You don't need a ton. With these nutrients, I always say less is more. Sometimes I do think they tell you to use more, just because, you know, more you use, the more you have to buy. But I would honestly say that a lot of it's not necessary. You will see eggshells in here. Like I said, we do a mix of compost and everything together. Again, tomatoes, I would definitely advise you to separate those. Tomatoes just, they grow for so long, they normally need a lot of space. And like I said, I like to go deep. Look at that. Just don't bury any of the stem under. Cut it off and then bury it. You don't have to rot. I've never had that happen, but at least I just know what I've heard from some of the great growers that I watch on YouTube. Shout out to Epic Gardening. Shout out to Callie Kim. I don't even know if I have enough pots ready for all this stuff. You know what? Let's do a jalapeno on the stick. Shout out to Jeff Dunham. If you don't know who that is. Boom. Look at that. If it's good enough, it'll take right up. Yeah, look how long that root is. Pretty sure it's one of the tomatoes, yeah. That's one of the yellow pears. I didn't have a good job at growing yellow pears last year. I kind of put them in late. I think I got a few. But, look, a little spring. Now, last year what I did was I planted all the peppers with parsley, all the tomatoes with basil. It actually worked out really well. I only have 1 new parsley for the season, so I'm just going to go ahead and plant it in here with the jalapeno. Again, you can check out some of the growing books. I'm pretty sure Callie Kim has a book. I'm pretty sure Epic Gardening has a book on companion planting, what goes good together. Or you can just watch their videos. That's what I did. Great mentors, great people to learn from. Okay, so we've planted all our plants into their pots. Some of the extras that I did have, I went ahead and planted them in 1 gallon pots there. At worst case scenario, I can always transplant them as the season goes on. I think I might have some more 5-10 gallon pots laying around somewhere. But for right now, that's what we have. We're gonna take a look at the plants, and then we're gonna go over watering. So we will be setting up our automatic watering drip system this season, but for right now, I don't have it set up. I will be using my handy dandy hose here. Now, when you are watering tomatoes, I know this is fact for tomatoes, I don't know about any other plant, you don't want to water them leaves down because the dirt that splashes up can actually give them infections, bacteria, whatever you call it, disease, should I say. So you want to make sure you go right to the soil. So with this guy, I like to put it on my shower setting. Yep, go really low. I'm gonna go right below the leaves. Check it out. We're going here. Give all these a good water, right? You want that all to settle in, and you want those roots to start reaching for that H2O. All right, so again, for tomatoes, I'll take this bad boy, go low setting, start right there. And I'm just gonna go inside, down on the leaves. I like to do like 3 or 4 seconds per. Of course, the bigger they are, the more water they'll drink. So I might do 4 seconds here. I might do a little splash on these peppers and tomatoes to give your garden a good watering. And typically you wanna water in the morning and in the afternoon. That way that the sun doesn't evaporate that off or burn the leaves. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You learned something from our transplant process, and the spring garden is finally planted. I mean, it's here. So I want to thank everybody for staying tuned. A link in the bio if you find it in your heart to donate to the Hills Homestead family. We got a lot of things that we got to do. We got to figure out a way to get these chickens, which although I love them free range, from tearing up everything in the garden, and some other things. But it's your boy Dirt Chill, Hills Homestead on 8A. Man, it's hot out here. Grow that thing. Peace. That's cool.